Okay, RawVana Mendoza, also known as RawVana, was a raw vegan influencer of very significant influence. She had something like 2 million followers on social media. She was promoting green and fruit smoothies for supposedly developing muscle. Her story is quite interesting because, as some of you guys remember, she made the news a few years ago back. But let's see what happened to her over the years. Guys, I'm Dr. Shawn Baker, and today we're going to highlight one person's health journey as she shared it through her channel. Now, she would make breakfasts with huge bowls of fruit, basically nothing but carbohydrates. There would be, if you looked at the macronutrient ratio, it'd be total carbohydrates, some astronomical amount.
And for this, you're gonna need 2 frozen bananas, 2 cups of frozen berries, 1 cup of spinach that supports healthy bones, 1 cup of kale for essential minerals and helps to detox your body, 1 teaspoon of spirulina, which is rich in minerals, in protein, vegan protein, and I personally like that taste.
She would say, she would put a cup of spinach in there to support healthy bones, and unfortunately the calcium in spinach is not particularly bioavailable, so that claim is a little bit of a problem. Remember, it's bound up to oxalates. She'd also throw a bunch of kale in there to help, quote unquote, get minerals and detoxify the body. And again, this is just more of those oxalates that are a problem. She'd throw a scoop of spirulina in there, which is rich in, quote unquote, vegan protein. Unfortunately, according to the University of Rochester Medical Center, protein in spirulina is not a complete protein. It's lacking, it doesn't have all the 9 essential amino acids. It's been used as a feed extender for livestock, but it interferes with the body's ability to store and utilize vitamin A and vitamin E. It's not a very good source of B12, of course. 4 grams of incomplete protein per tablespoon. So again, not that great. A woman in general is going to need, minimum 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight, and ideally even more in a lot of cases. She would also throw a half a cup of almond milk in those smoothies for some quote-unquote healthy fats. Well, are those fats all that healthy? Almonds have a omega-6 to 3 fat ratio of nearly 2,000 to 1. And so that's obviously not optimal. A 2010 article in the Journal of Oilseeds and Fats, Crops and Lipids stated that, quote, very high omega-6 to omega-3 ratios, as found in today's Western diets, promote the pathogenesis of many diseases, including cardiovascular disease, cancer, inflammatory and autoimmune disease, and can even interfere with brain development. So how did all this healthy, quote-unquote healthy plant food work out for RawVana? Well, she lost her period. She was not putting on any appreciable muscle mass. She did this diet for about 6 years until she no longer could continue.
There were some months where I didn't have my period. I went to get checked, specifically my hormones, and some of my hormone levels were low. The doctors recommended that I increase my intake of fat. What was happening was that I wasn't consuming enough foods that had healthy fats in my body.
She clearly wasn't consuming enough healthy fat. She had lots and lots of bloating. She eventually found out she had SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which is basically, your small intestine gets colonized more extensively than it should be with various bacteria. She had iron deficiency, of course. Her hair was falling out. Eventually, she was caught on camera eating fish on vacation somewhere, and that brought the wrath of vegan hate all upon her because they felt that they had been betrayed by this poor gal. She lost, thousands and thousands of followers, but she stayed true to the new current diet. She, did not get bullied into going back vegan. So she made videos on how to transition out of veganism, which I think is helpful for many people.
And it wasn't until my 2nd year of incorporating animal protein that I started eating meat consistently. That's when I started to eat more beef because of the B12.
And beef is, probably one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. Humans clearly evolved to eat meat, and big grazing ruminant animals are something we ate, clearly. And so RawVana found out the hard way. Now she feels good. Her hair has grown back. According to this 2017 article in the Journal of Dermatology, Practical and Conceptual, hair thinning and hair loss are symptoms of multiple nutritional deficiencies, including protein malnutrition. Now, she has managed, fortunately, to rebuild her health, now able to even get pregnant and start a family. And so this is a story of, again, obviously striving, going down the wrong path and eventually finding your way and then seeing some improvement. So now she's teaching about a more balanced diet. She's even including things like liver in her diet, which I don't even eat, but good for her. Just more evidence that humans are not herbivores. I mean, we don't have rumens. We're not ruminants or hindgut fermenters like gorillas and horses, you know. I'm glad she was able to recover. You know, what do you guys think? You know, have any of you guys been misled down the path of veganism and been able to find your way back? If so, please leave a comment. Thank you guys for subscribing and following. More information to come, and like I said, we just need to continue to get the message out there. All of us do. You know, it can't just be one person or a handful of people. It's got to be masses of people if we're going to change the direction of the way things are heading, because we're seeing this more and more push towards plant-based diets. And to be honest, plant-based diets mean more and more processed garbage. It's just the way it is. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.